I remember years ago, we were planning a major meeting, and, I separated myself to fast, to pray. And guess what? In one of those prayer meetings, I heard something strange. I heard God say to us, a word of prophecy came, and I'm going to do in this meeting what I've never done before. At that time, I was living in a face your apartment. If you know what that means, then you're a Nigerian. That kind of house where you have just rooms, people facing each other. You have to manage everywhere. You have to share the toilet. You have to share the kitchen. That was the kind of place that I was. So I expected so much from the meeting, particularly because God spoke. And also I went on the stretch of fasting. I think 9 days, no food, just water. And there, the day of the meeting came. Oh, before the day of the meeting, I imagined what was going to happen in the meeting, the flow of the Spirit, mighty outpouring. I went to a fashion designer and I emptied my account to make a white native. I wanted to look like Benin. I said to myself, when I step into this place, it will be clear that a powerful man is around. The day of the meeting, I didn't have a car. So the fellowship, the church, or they were not a church, a fellowship went to go borrow a car from a fellowship on campus because Pastor Lazarus wanted to use the car. So they came with that bus to pick me from my face you house and straight to the venue of the meeting. What I noticed was that it was raining heavily. When we got to the venue of the meeting, I was hearing sounds from afar. And I kept saying to myself, I want to believe and I hope that this kind of sound is not coming from the meeting we have labored for, we have prayed and fasted. I want to believe. I thought the sound was going to be the least of my problem till I stepped into the venue of the meeting. Then I saw something strange. A sight no visionary I want to see. It was almost empty. The people we had invited, nobody showed up. The gospel minister we invited to come and sing, as he held the mic, because of the rain, it was shocking them. So you were having all kinds of sounds everywhere. It was shapeless and formless. And there I stood with anger, resentment, pain, questions in my mind. God must have lied to me. I said, he lied to us. He said something was going to happen in this meeting that has never happened anywhere else. What could it have been? I climbed up to preach, and I was so angry. I preached with anger. Every altar call I called that day was with pain. I called them like, if you're not ready to give your life to Christ, go and die and burn in hell. You should go and all. That was the feeling I had. Amazingly, after the altar call, I prayed for a few sick people, and some people were saying how they got healed, breast tumor disappeared, and I was wondering, who cares about the healing? God has lied to me. I was pained. While everyone was seeing a great man of God, I wasn't seeing that. I was seeing my failures. The devil began to flash right in my eyes, all the things I've done that didn't work. I felt my life, I was doomed to fail. And when I got home, for the next couple of weeks, I stopped praying. I never had my morning devotion. I didn't have my quiet time. Didn't want to call on God. He had failed me, I said to myself. And everything just kept going down and down. Yet in the midst of that, I could still feel a sense of his love around me. And finally, I got to the end of my rope. I got to the end of the divine malice I was keeping with God, the end of myself and all the resentment I had towards God. And usually one of the things you want to accept in those days is that you also resent those who are doing better. Yes, you heard me. And one of those mornings I crawled, more like I was crawling to him, and I said, I missed you. I was expecting to hear a feedback like, you trash bag, you this, you piece of death. And all I heard was, I miss you too, son. And it was like a love that's been waiting to embrace me. I was not supposed to walk through that journey alone. Then the tears came flowing and I was asking questions. Why? Why did you lie to me? Why did you deceive me? Then he spoke to me and I found out I didn't understand what he was saying in context. He said, you were expecting me to make a meeting while I'm still making a man. My focus in this season is you, not the meeting. You are my concern. You see, the crowd that didn't come was meant to be the fire that will forge my heart and keep me in the place of humility. The rain and everything that was not going well was meant to prepare a man who will do what he has to do regardless of the hindrance.